Post-game interviews are brought to you by
the Sportsplex at Metuchen, your local indoor sports facility. With leagues and classes, there's also open gym on the courts and turf. Just check their Instagram page for dates and times. Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Coach, this was like a heavyweight boxing match tonight. I mean, two great programs coming again out here and, laying it out on the line for the entire game. You guys came out on top, obviously, 35-21. You got to feel pretty good about where you guys are right now.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. I mean, this week we had some guys banged up, and all week I told these guys, hey, next man up mentality, right? You never know when your opportunity will be called, right? Again, as I said in the beginning of the season, right, when the opportunity come knock on your door, you got to just be ready. And honestly, we were ready to open the door today, so I'm super proud of them.
I would say the difference in my mind was your offensive and defensive lines. I think they dominated the game tonight, and I think they made the big difference in you being able to run the ball, throw it when you wanted to, and, of course, being able to stop them. Talk to me about what those guys were able to do today.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it started for us, on Sunday and Monday, right? One, huge credit to our coaching staff, right? They put in a lot of time and, making sure that we're prepared for the week. And then huge credit to our guys because, again, I stretch those guys really thin, right? They have to go to meetings. They have to, go to practice. They have to watch film. So, huge credit to those guys just being able to buy in and understand what we were trying to accomplish today. And we did. For us, we just wanted to go 1-0.
And Coach, there were a lot of guys. I could go down and name it. I mean, Ian Robbins had one heck of a game. Weaver, he's making throws, running himself, finding guys. And then, you bring Witherspoon in, put him in a Wildcat down here, and he makes a big run. I mean, he made a big run because you heard it. He hit the guy that was trying to tackle him, and it was ba-boom. And I was right there to see that. You got to feel good. You have a long winning streak going in, the Big Central. I think it might be the longest streak in the state by, 34 wins now, by the competition. You're only worried about yourselves, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, to be honest, I don't really think about the win streaks. I don't look at the newspapers. I don't look at the news clippings. Honestly, I just put my head down. We all put our heads down, and we just be ready to grind every day. Just one at a time. Just got to win every moment.
Coach, it seems like you guys have some routines out here, and it's the first time I got to see some of those after a game. And I'm quite impressed with the way your kids, they come up and talk about what went on out there, and everybody was recognizing kids that stepped up today, that had to come in and play. What does that say about your program?
I mean, honestly, it just kind of goes back to we over me. That was the first thing that I wanted to, lay that foundation. They understand it takes all of us to get it done. So, showing that love to everybody, because it is about all of us, right? It's not going to be one guy that's going to win this, every game. So, shout out to them for buying in and just showing the love, right, with their teammates, because that's what it takes.
Coach, I want to congratulate you on a big win today.
Thank you.
Ian Robbins, what a performance tonight. Talk to me about your offensive line. They obviously, were able to open up some holes for you tonight. You had two huge runs to get this thing started. You were up early. How do you feel about what was going on here tonight?
First I give glory to God. That's number one. But our offensive line, they did what they had to do. Coach CJ, he came out and schemed up something that we really trusted in, and offensive line just executed. That's all I should say.
There were some big runs. Both of them were over 70 yards. That really set the tone for this game. And you're talking about two heavyweight programs here. Elizabeth, Aquinas. You've got a long-standing tradition of winning over here, especially against the competition. Talk to me about the guys that stepped up tonight, because there were some guys injured, and you had guys stepping up playing different out there.
So we did have a lot of guys going down. I would like to give props to Connor Bailey. He came in, and we didn't really know what he was going to do. I think he played center or one of the guards or something like that. It doesn't really matter. But he came in, and he did what he had to do. He was physical and moved bodies. That's all I needed to get to score some touchdowns. That's it.
I thought the offensive line really dominated, and then, of course, the defensive line both dominant tonight, because you got two heavyweight programs, lots of athletes out here, guys that can make plays. And I think it came down to your line on both sides of the ball. Talk to me about the defensive performance, too.
So our defensive performance, Coach Hartz, he schemed up something well. We just came out and executed whatever he was telling us all through our practice and stuff like that throughout the week.
You guys have a lot on your plate. You got to come out here and you got to go to class. You got to go to practice. You got to go to meetings. You got to sit down and do all the things you need to do, to be a good athlete out here. And the program has been solid. Talk to me about your coaching staff and what they bring to the table for you guys each week.
Okay, so as everybody knows, a lot of people left. We had a lot of coaching staff changes in the offseason. But our head coach, Shamir Bearfield over here, he came in, he pulled everything together, He really made us a close-knit group, I should say. And we just have like a brother you love here. That's something different. We just come in here and play together. That's all, Well,
listen, you surely played together tonight. Congratulations on the W and your performance.
Sure.